Good morning and welcome to 5 Minutes or More with Pastor. Today it is not a coffee mug, it is a water bottle. This is my usual water bottle. Bring it around with me every day, wherever I go. It's usually somewhere nearby. Today is Monday, September 28th. Weather report, clear blue skies. It's supposed to be actually pretty warm over the next 3 or 4 days. Sunny and warm, so that's nice. I look forward to enjoying that. I hope you do as well. I hope you had a good weekend wherever you were, whatever you're doing. I hope you're able to make it to church somewhere this weekend and to be with fellow believers and being encouraged and worshiping the Lord. But this morning, we're just going to look at Psalm 128, the first two verses of Psalm 128. It says, "Blessed, happy, blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee." I know for me, sometimes I've tried to really, in an effort to understand God, I'll try to shrink him down so that he can fit in my brain. And really, that's a disservice to God because he's much bigger, infinitely bigger, and wiser than that. And really, to help us guard against that mindset, there are multiple places, this being one of them, where the Bible encourages us to fear the Lord. And you've heard it said before that this is not the kind of I'm fearful of, I'm scared of, I'm paralyzed by the idea of God. But the Bible tells us that a fear of God is the beginning of the path that leads to blessedness. What's really happening here is we are told to hold him in awe, to hold him in wonder. One of the best ways to say it is to hold him in the highest possible regard. That's what we're supposed to do with God. When we fear him, we are holding him in the highest possible regard. It means recognizing that he's holy and that I'm not. And it means that he's above us. And the Bible clearly tells us that that's where the blessing begins. The blessing begins when I put myself in my proper place and God in his proper place, when I have a proper regard for who God is and a proper understanding of who I am. If we put God at the center of everything that we are and everything that we think and every decision that we make and every aspiration that we have, the Bible promises that it will be well with us. Again, look, it says, "Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee." If we reverence God, if we hold him in the regard that we're supposed to, if the byproduct of that, we won't make our own plans and then pray as if that's only an afterthought. Instead, the Lord will be at the center of all of those decisions that we make. And the Bible clearly tells us that joy and blessedness are the byproducts of living a life inside the will of God. Um, it will begin with God and travel God's way. If we begin with God and we travel God's way uh, by thinking and behaving biblically, then obedience to God will supernaturally yield peace and blessedness in our lives. Um, this is true, um, like literally in our lives, and it's true spiritually as well. The road we choose to travel on will determine our blessings along the way as well as our destination. You do realize you can't say, "I want that to be my destination," and then take a road that doesn't lead there. You can't say, "I want the blessings of God and I want the peace of God and I want all of these things to come along with God. I want my hands to be blessed by God," and then take a road that God doesn't say leads that way. He very clearly says that blessed is the one that feareth the Lord and walketh in his ways, that obeys his will, that thinks and behaves biblically. Then the Bible says, for thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands, happy thou shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee." On August 15th, 1969, there was a newspaper article in the San Francisco Chronicle that read this. It says the blazing summer heat of the Death Valley area has killed 2 men and a youth who tried to reach habitation by setting out afoot across the desert. Arnold Dobson, Harold Mast Sr., and his son Harold Jr. apparently became stranded in the barren Saline Valley without water. One of the 3 bodies was found 7 miles from their abandoned car, another 14 miles, and the last 17 miles. Deputy Red Landergren said, "It looks like they just went the wrong way." Think about that. It looks like they just went the wrong way. They simply turned in the wrong direction, trying to head back to a ranch house they had passed 30 miles back. If they had gone just a mile further along the road, they would have found a grove of willows with a spring. Your direction determines your destination. And I know this much: I want to go in the direction of holding God in the highest regard, honoring Him with with everything in my life, the way I think, the way I talk, the things I aspire to do, the goals that I set. And I want to hold Him as number one, and hold Him in proper regard. And again, the Bible says, "Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in His ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee." I know every single one of us want those things. We want the blessings of our work and our hands to be blessed by God, and we want it to be well with us. And God makes that promise to the person who fears and follows Him. I hope I will. Hope you will as well, and pray for that. And hope you have a great week. And we'll talk to you guys later.